Okay, welcome to Krav Maga Classes Online, Lesson 13. Okay, so 4 more classes until the end of the course. Okay, so obviously we're going to be working towards that. There's going to be a lot more content, a lot more revision, making sure that we get everything, everything ready from all of the stuff that we've learned to the end of the course. So, get yourselves ready for the warm-up. Do some light stretching. Make sure you do some dynamic stretches. Okay, make sure you rotate your trunk, make sure you get the base of your spine nice and loose, and get ready for the warm-up. Okay? Okay, lovely, right, so, feet together, hands by your sides, bow in. Okay, jogging on the spot. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bounce forwards and backwards. Side to side. And jogging. When you're breathing in through the nose, really inflate your chest. When you breathe out, tense your stomach muscles, collapse. The bottom half of your body, collapse your rib cage, get all the dead air out of your lungs. Really cycle the air through your lungs as you breathe. Arms out to the sides, rolling wrists forwards. And backwards. Rolling the arms forwards, over the back, breathing in, and the front, breathing out. Okay, over the front, breathing in, down the back, breathing out. And jogging. Twists. And then jogging. Okay, jumping jacks with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, jogging. Okay, back to the hands on the bum, bring the heels up. Try to kick into your palms. And jogging. Hands out to the front, knees up, trying to touch the base of your palms. Go. And jogging. Good. Keep the breathing going in through the nose, out through the mouth. One palm up, that's it. Palms forwards, striking. Okay, hand punches. Finger strikes. Combination. Anything you like. Make sure the hands come back goal position each time. And jogging. Good, when I stay down, dropping down, back straight. When I stay up, jumping up. Down. Down. Up. Up. Up, down. Down, up. Up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up. Okay, jogging. And relax. Okay. Chin to the chest, looking down. And up. And down. And up. To the right. And left. To the right. And the left. Up to the right. And to the left. Up to the right. And to the left. Up to the left. And to the right. Up to the left. And down to the right. Hands on the hips, tilting up at the front. To the right. Up at the back. And the left. Keep going around that way, just using your core. Mobilising the base of your spine. And back the other way. Try to keep your head and your shoulders where they are. Really get those hips stretching as far in every direction you can. Okay, feet together. Head up, back straight, bend the knees forward and backwards. Should feel a stretch on the base of your calves there. Rotating clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Okay, balance on the left foot. Bring your right knee up parallel to the floor, rotating clockwise, anti-clockwise. Look to your right, slowly bring the leg up and balance. Rotate the foot clockwise, anti-clockwise. Foot back down again. Balance on your right foot, bring your left knee up, rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise. Looking to the left, bring your leg up slowly, balance, push out, rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise. And foot back down again. Okay, jogging. Keep the breathing going. When I say go, we're going to bounce on the left leg, right knee up to the elbow for a count of 10, and then change sides. Okay, get ready. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jogging. Okay, same thing again. Bouncing the left leg, kicking out this time. Pull the toes back. Make sure you're striking the ball of the foot, not the toe. Okay, get ready. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jogging. Keep the breathing going. Big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, so when I say down, bend the knee, feet back. One press up, and up we jump. Down, and jogging. Down. Down. down, 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 and jogging. This time, into your chest, going backwards, up into guard. Down. Down. Try and make sure with that rear foot, it's the ball of your foot on the floor. Down. 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 And jogging. Second to left, go. Change. 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 And stop. Okay. Press up position. Okay, when I call it, down towards the floor, come up, touch the opposite shoulder with your hand. Okay, get ready, press the position. Back straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, when I call 7, down until your nose touches the floor and hold for a count of 10. 7, down and hold. 2, 3, 4, keep your back straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up, touch the opposite shoulder. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, on your back, 20 wood chops. Off you go. Okay, ready to finish that. Up and circle. Nice and relaxed. In direction every 5 seconds. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, so this time what we're going to do, bring the arm and leg through. So we're going to do the press up here, like so, up, hold in this position, and back. And the other side, hold in that position. It's really important as you rotate, this other arm's coming up into a guard position, and you hold it for just a second, okay, before you come back. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll say 1, hold, back, 2, hold, back, so that we're clear, we've got that point where we're balanced between our lead arm, rear opposite leg, in a guard with the arm and foot out in that position. Okay, so get ready, back straight. 1, hold, and back. 2, hold, and back. 3, hold, and back. 4, hold, and back. 5, hold, and back. 6, hold, and back. 7, hold, and back. 8, hold, and back. 9, okay, hold, a little bit longer, and back. 10, and 10. Hold for a little bit longer, hold, and back. Good. Okay. On your backs. This one, just as straightforward. Bring the legs up, straight as you can. Bring them back as far as you can. So start with 6 inches off the floor. I call 1. You come here, get the legs as straight as possible, as far as possible. Then come back 6 inches off the floor. Hold it there till I call 2. Okay, get ready. Go 6 inches off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your legs as straight as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Get up. Good, okay, so what we're going to do is going to be circling around, circle, circle, circle. While I come down, here, one press up, come up, kick, jab, cross. Okay, if you just want to come up, do the kick, that's fine, okay. Main point is, depending on your level, you want to come up, kick, and be in guard, or come up, here, kick, on one strike, or come up, kick, jab, cross, depending on your level, alright? So, when I say go, we're going to start circling around clockwise, okay? Left side first. When I call down, one burpee, up, kick with the trailing leg, and then depending on your level, no kick, no punching or jab cross. Okay, so get ready. And to the left, go. Down. And back the other way. Down. 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 And stop. Okay, good. Last thing we're going to do, from guard, going to practice our skipping kicks, moving to normal position from guard. So here, front kick, come on, step forward, relax. 2, skipping at a roundhouse, this position, step back. 3, skipping a side kick, down, and step back. Number 4, skipping back kick, down, and step back. Okay, depending on your level, if you want to come in here, do a skipping crescent kick, or a skipping hook kick, absolutely fine. But those are the main 4 that I want to cover. Okay, so, nice and easy, nice and slow. Let's get the good technique right. So, in guard, skipping front kick. When I say go. 1, go. And step back. Out of roundhouse. 2, go. Good. Keep it nice and slow and relaxed, keep your balance. 3, side kick. go. 4, back kick, go. Step back. Okay, back to the beginning again. This time just when I say 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, that's when you do a skipping kick. So remember, you skip in, there, step down, then step back, rear leg first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Front kick, roundhouse, side kick, back kick, okay? Like I said, feel free to substitute any of them with a kick of your choice. Okay, get ready. So, when I say 1, a little bit faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And again, this time we're going to do it fast as you can. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, excellent. Okay, have a rest. Have a relax for a minute. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Have a drink. Skipping kicks from guard position. Now, we've just done this as part of the warm-up. So now what we're going to do is just revise it to make sure that you understand all the elements of the technique and that we're practicing them correctly. So, here, front kick, stepping back, at a roundhouse, stepping back, side kick, stepping back, and back kick, and stepping back. Okay, now, the footwork is the absolute key element to understand here. Think about your hips. If I'm kicking forwards, okay, my hips stay facing forwards. The best way for my hips to stay facing forwards is for my supporting leg to be pointing basically forwards. Okay, so you can see the angle of this foot here. Okay, there's my normal guard position. So I come forward to support there, okay. Is pretty much pointing forwards. Not exactly forwards, because that could be, but a comfortable position where it allows my hips to be open and for me to deliver the kick. If I'm doing an out of roundhouse or a side kick, then effectively here, as you can see, my hips need to be sideways on as I deliver the kick. Okay, so I need to orientate my hips in the correct fashion. So the best way for me to do that is to change my standing foot. Okay. So in this position here, as I move to do the kick, boom. Okay, my standing foot now changes, so it's pointing backwards at a 45-degree angle. As you can see, it's pulled my hips round and it enables me to do a nice, effective a side kick or out of roundhouse. If I'm doing the back kick, here, there, I've almost got to turn my body entirely the way around to deliver the kick. So in which case I need to turn that foot even more. Okay, so we're starting from this position, no turn, here, 45 degrees, here, all the way around. Okay, where this foot is pointing kind of defines how your hips are placed when you take your other leg off the floor and go to do the kick. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be in guard this position here. We're equally balanced over both legs here. I'm not leaning on the front leg. Equally balanced on both legs in my guard position. Bring the foot forward, kick, step down, step back into guard position. Now I'm going to bring the leg forward. As I do so, I'm going to rotate forward until the toes are pointing 45 degrees backwards. So I'm here, there's my kick, come back, reorientate myself forwards, and go back again. Same thing with the side kick. Balanced, 45 degrees, kick, down, step back again, okay? Back kick, I need to turn all the way around, okay? So I can kick with my heel. So I'm here, there, I do my kick. If I want to, I can reorientate back this way, or I can do the kick, bang, and then it gives me the space and direction of where my feet are pointing to run in the opposite direction, okay? So, that's the first thing, footwork. Second thing is the hands. We try and keep the hands in your guard position, either side of your body, okay? Apart from the back kick, but we'll come to that in a second. So I'm here with my front kick, I'm here, I deliver the kick, boom, down and come back, and my hands are in guard position. When I do the outer roundhouse and the side kick, however, because I'm rotating like this with my hips, there's a tendency for my shoulders to follow and end up with my hands over here. This isn't particularly good if I've got a second attacker over here. Also, my peripheral vision for this area has suddenly disappeared. Here I'm facing my attacker or attackers, okay? I do this, boom, all of a sudden I've lost sight of whatever's going on over here. So you kind of want to rotate your hips and keep your shoulders in the same space. So here I do my roundhouse there. Look, I'm keeping my shoulder back, keep my hands outside here. There's my outer roundhouse, and I'm back down. Same for the side kick. Here, side kick, and back down. So I'm trying to keep the shoulder back, keep this hand out here, and keep my vision facing forwards, okay? Lastly, the back kick, okay? You can't keep your shoulder around there, okay? Unless you've got a spine like an owl, okay? So we're here, we turn, and we're gonna kick backwards there. Okay, now at this point here, I can run in this direction, or I can turn back here, okay? And step back into my guard position, okay? Final thing about how we do things, and how we don't practice like this, okay? Because in Krav, we need to break the distance and keep attacking, okay? So in this situation here, I'll break the distance here, and I'm gonna continue attacking, you know, as I move. If I kick and then come out again, if I've done the kicking correctly or haven't struck a sensitive point, okay, and then taking myself back out of range, I might have just irritated the attacker. So when we practice to kick and stay forwards where we've broken the distance, then we can practice to continue. Okay, so 3 things. Orientation of the rear foot when you kick, keeping your guard up and hands certainly wide for the side kick and out roundhouse to make sure you keep that guard and your vision facing forwards, okay? And then stepping down directly once you've broken the distance and stepping back, okay? So we can be sure that once we finish the kick, then we're in the range, okay? So when I say 1, skipping front kick, 2, skipping out roundhouse, 3, side kick, 4, back kick, okay? Get ready. 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. Okay. When you're doing the back kick, you can orientate between doing the stepping forward part or turning as if you're going to run. Okay. So, and again, make sure also when you're doing this, you start from this position. Make a real point of making sure you're equally balanced and not like this. Okay. So, in guard. 1, and back again. 2, and back again. 3, and back again. 4, and run. Okay, last time, with me. 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. Good, okay, so that's what I want you to do. I want you to do that 3 times, quick break, and then start again. Try and think about all the things we discussed about orientation of the rear foot, to get your hips in the right position. For the out roundhouse and the side kick, having your hands wide and facing forwards even when your hips are rotating. And then also making sure that when you skip in, you step down so that you've broken this distance, you're still in range, and then you step back out again. Okay, off you go. Technique 1, defending against a low or high outer roundhouse from guard position. Okay, so we're in guard and we're defending against somebody doing an outer roundhouse. Now when we're talking about this, we're talking about somebody coming in here, yeah, bam, okay, doing a low outer roundhouse or maybe something a little bit higher, so we're here, bam, okay. When they're doing this, it's a very obvious thing. Maybe they've done a bit of, kickboxing or what have you, and it's a very well used strike because it's very effective, okay? Here, bang, you know, it's massively telegraphing, but when it kicks, you can completely deaden someone's legs. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. So we're going to think about defending against somebody coming in here, there, bam, and kicking to the outside of the knee or the thigh, or here, stepping forward here, bam, and coming in a little bit higher to the ribs. Now, thinking about how this affects you, this is very obvious, right? We've talked about range a lot. Okay, we talk about 1 and 2 step ranges. If I'm attacking with a knife, okay, you know, this is no step range, okay, this is 1 step range, and this is 2 step range. Okay, so you're striking on the step, right? So I'm either striking on the first step or I'm striking on the second step. So if you think about that in terms of how much time, because we always say, look, if you've got a 2-step distance, you've got a lot more time there, you've got to approach, therefore that time gives you time to react. So in this situation, you can treat the outer roundhouse as a 2-step attack because it's a step and a kick. So there's striking after the step, okay? So that gives you some time. Now also, if somebody's close enough to do an outer roundhouse with their shin to your thigh, they're more than close enough for you to kick them in the groin, okay? So from this position here, I'm in guard there, bang, okay? I can strike them in the groin. In that same distance, I actually can't strike with my shin. I need to be here to be able to get my shin in, all right? So from here, there, where I can strike to the groin, or to here, it means that I've got a really, really good advantage. So, this is what's going to happen. So here in this position here, the kick comes in, boom, into the groin, that's it, okay? As they step in to do the kick, they're going to be here and they're going to open up as they go to do the kick. As they step that foot down, you see the groin, that's the first thing you do, all right? So you're here, you realise that you're in a confrontational situation, so you're in your half guard or your sort of quarter guard or whatever you want to call it rather than your full fighting guard, but you're here, you see the foot step down, bang, into the groin, okay? That's it. Now, when we practice this, obviously if you're working with a partner, then you can work with them and you can practice this. If not, you need to visualise what the opponent is doing here, boom, and you're kicking to the groin. Now for the low kick, obviously, it's aiming for here. If I'm here and I kick like this, the leg could easily also be caught if the leg continues around. So I want to be really, really direct onto the strike that I'm doing. So I'm here, boom, straight in there, directly into the groin, throwing my hips forwards to that position. Okay. Now that's for the low kick. What happens if it's a higher kick? What do? It's exactly the same. Okay. The only difference is that I'm going to turn this hand out to protect my floating ribs and soft tissue here. Okay. So I'm here, there, boom. Okay. Now I'm going to turn my palm out in order to protect my forearm. If I turn like this and try and block someone's shin with the bones in my forearm, I could quite easily end up with a broken forearm. So what I want to do is to turn it slightly so that the muscly part of my forearm is the bit that takes the impact. Okay, I might get a bruise, but I'm unlikely to get my arm broken. So I'm here. Exactly the same. As that foot goes down and you see the rotation, you start to do the kick. So you're here, there, there. And I'm turning it. Notice I'm not doing this, okay, or that, okay. This area here is very, very sensitive, okay. You do not want to get hit in the floating ribs because at the very least you get winded, at the most you get cracked ribs and all sorts, right? Not good at all. So, as you're defending, you're just turning your hand, you're going to keep your elbow locked in. So here I've got my hip bone, okay? Here, got my elbow here. There's not much distance between the two. So I want to keep those there, keep that nice and protected. So I'm in my position here, boom, there, boom, there, okay? Kicking to the groin. All right, so what I want you to do to practice this, you're just going to be in your normal guard position, okay? When I say one, just think about a front kick. That's it. Okay? Main thing here is either visualising when you're working with a partner, is that the person is coming in, they're stepping like this, there to deliver the kick. You can't kick them in the groin once their knee has come round. By that time you've already been kicked. Okay? So it's one of those things that you see it coming and you start kicking now. Okay? As that leg starts to come round, you've already struck. Okay? So in guard position. Okay? So for the low kick, when I say one, we're just going to do the front kick, flex your hips forwards. Okay? One. 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 Okay? Now for the one where kick is higher. So you do exactly the same thing, but as they plant their foot to do the out roundhouse, you see maybe it's getting a little bit higher. So you're going to just turn that palm out. Okay? Keep the elbow tucked in to keep that area protected. Okay? So, one. 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 Good. Okay. So that's all I want you to practice. So all you're going to do is visualise the low kick and the high kick. Think about directly striking to the groin. Okay. Understand that as they plant their foot, they need to be closer to you to deliver a kick with the shin than you need to be to deliver a kick with the ball of your foot. Okay. A lot of it is about timing, seeing what's happening. All right. Obviously, in a real situation, if you don't see it happening early enough, then you're just going to do your normal defence as you would do and bring the knee up. Okay? But if you have that opportunity, then you should take it. Alright? So practice that 3 times each one, little break, change around. Off you go. Active content. Circling with a groin kick. This is an exercise that we've done quite a few times before. However, it's one of the best exercises for practicing and developing lots of different skills. Okay. What we're doing here is we're talking about circling around. Okay. So we're maintaining a balance as we're moving. Okay. And we're on the balls of our feet. We're not plodding around. We're nice and light as we move. Okay. That's number one. Number two, we're learning to strike on the move. So we're moving here, bang, and we're feeling how our body moves, and then we're striking. Okay. Number three, as we're doing that, we're applying body weight. So we're circling here, there, boom, and you're applying your body weight in. Number four, you're moving from a neutral position, breaking the distance, and moving into a guard position. So here, bam, oh, in our guard position. Okay. So there's lots of very, very good skills we're developing here. So we're going to practice this. Obviously 3 lots of 1 minute, 30 seconds break in between as we normally do. And those are the things which I want you to think about as you're doing it. I'll call the kick, so you go when I go. And the things I want you to think about here: throwing kick, applying the body weight, stepping in to good guard position, and then changing. Okay. When you're doing these kinds of techniques, yes, they're active, they're designed to get sweat on, all of those sorts of things, but they're designed to drill into you, okay? Really drill into you good core basic techniques, all right? So, 3, 2, 1, go! Kick! Kick! Kick, 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 kick. Kick, 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 and stop. Okay, 30 seconds. And in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Kick! 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 Kick, 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 kick. Kick, 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 and stop. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Kick, 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 and stop. Good. Okay, have a break for a minute. Grab a drink, get your breath back. And with the deep breath in through the nose, hold for a second, and out, really cyclically breathing. Make sure you're getting enough oxygen in your lungs. Simultaneous parry and punch in guard. Okay, so what we're doing here is simultaneously defending and attacking. Oddly enough, although it's quite a simple technique, the concept behind it is more hard. The reason why is that when we do this technique, it's called a simultaneous parry and punch. But the focus of what you're thinking about is the punch. Okay? If I'm in this position, I'm in my sort of half guard or my ready guard or whatever you want to call it, not your sort of your full fighting guard, and somebody goes to punch me, my natural response is going to be something like that. Okay? To defend, move out of the way of the punch and all of these sorts of things. Now, what we're going to try and do is we're trying to change that slightly. And although this is going to be part of it, the focus is on the punch. Okay. Now, quite often I ask people this and I say, right, okay, well, what are we focusing on here? Are we focusing on the defence? Are we focusing on the defence and the strike? Or are we focusing on the strike? And most people sort of go, oh, well, you know, it's a simultaneous defence and strike. Sort of. Okay. What we're really focusing on is doing the best possible strike that we can. If I give you an example, if we're in this situation here, I do a great parry and a poor punch, and I hit them here or something like that, and it just irritated them, so they're going to try and punch me again. Okay? So that's one. I've done an excellent parry, but then I'm going to have to parry again because they're going to try and punch me again. All right? Because I haven't done an effective response, another strike. If I try and do the simultaneous, okay, I'm kind of like splitting my brain into two, trying to focus on two things at the same time. It's more difficult. And again, I could, I'd be like this, and maybe I don't focus quite right, and maybe I don't get a good enough strike directly on the chin, or the throat, or whatever it is that I'm aiming for. However, if I focus on the punch, so I'm in this sort of ready guard, half guard position, I see the guy getting ready to do something, I think, right, as soon as he moves, okay, I'm going to strike. Okay, I'm focused 100%. Okay, I'm focusing on striking on that point of the jaw with my knuckles, or throat strike, or whatever it happens to be that I'm going to be aiming for, or palm strike to the nose, or whatever. That's what I'm going to focus on. However, I can see that he's, in this position. I think, right, okay. As soon as he moves, if I just stand there, I'm going to get punched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be here, and I'm going to do my parry, but I'm focusing on this. Bang! There. Okay? And that's what you focus on. You focus on doing as effective a punch as you possibly can. Okay? Focus on the target using a peripheral vision to think about how the other person's body is moving. Boom, and then you strike. Okay? So, nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Let's break that down. So first of all, just going to do the punch. So we're in our guard position here. And when I say one, all I want you to do is just go here. Boom, punch. Do a nice rotating punch. You don't need to move, you don't need to rotate on the ball of the foot or anything. I just want to have your normal guard position there and just punch. Boom, like this. Okay? Keep your guard up as you move so that remember we've always said that if you're punching and you put your arm back, then you're opening yourself up. So you're going to keep that hand in the same position. So you're going to adjust the bend of your elbow as we punch. So we're here, one, there, one, okay? And rotating my body and punching, okay? So when I say one, that's what we're going to do, okay? So get ready. One. One. Now I've kept this hand in the same place. And notice that when I do the punch, even if I'm just in the punch with as little rotation as I can, naturally the rotation of my shoulders, even though I'm still facing forwards, look, brings my hand almost in front of my face. If I leave my hand where it is, okay, this kind of happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this hand just a little bit more. So instead of just moving it forwards, I'm going to move it forwards and across a little bit. And so then as I do my normal punch, I come to here, okay? That's as far as this hand is moving. It's not moving very far, I'm not going over here, it's just a small motion. But because I'm focusing my punch, you can see here, I've almost tucked my head behind my hand. Also, I've talked before about thinking about the centre line, okay? My head's on the centre line here. Okay, in this position, okay, the punch is aiming towards here. If I do this, you think that this space here, as I do this, I've already moved my head out of the line, okay? If I bring my hand a little bit further, even as the punch comes through, I can deflect just that little bit that it needs to go over my shoulder, okay? It's a more complicated technique than it appears, and also the focus being on the strike can make it quite difficult. But the way I've explained it, the idea is that it's your body motion when you do the strike which does half of the work for you. All you've got to do is just bring that rear hand just across a little bit more to make the parry. Okay, so we're here, one. All right, so nice and easy, nice and slow. You're going to practice that with me. So when I say one, just going to do a normal punch and then just bring that lead hand a little bit more across, okay, and duck my head behind it. Okay, with me. One. 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 Okay, so now what happens if they're punching with the rear hand? Exactly the same thing. Okay, we're here, I'm still punching here. Now I'm doing more rotation because I'm punching with my rear hand. Okay, so I'm going here, boom. But as you can see, the principle is exactly the same. I'm here, I'm punching, as I'm punching, my rotation is bringing my head round here, so my hand's in front of my face. I move it just a couple of inches further, and now I've created that defensive position. So, the rotation of the shoulders, when you make the punch, is a thing which helps to do the deflection. All you're moving, that defending hand, is just a couple of inches, just to bring it to the other side of your head. Okay? So nice and easy, nice and slow. When I say one, we're just going to do this. Okay, rotating, punch with the rear hand. Okay, keep the hands forward and rotate. Again, as you can see here, as I rotate, I keep my hand in the same position here. As I rotate, there's a tendency for the hand to pull back. So what you need to do is push that arm forward slightly as we punch. You see here? Okay, to keep the hand in the same position. All right, but then as we do it, we're also going to bring it across. So we're in this position here, okay? So nice and easy, nice and slow with me when I say one, okay? Punching with the rear hand, deflecting with the lead. So, one, 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 okay? Right, so now what we're going to do, make it slightly more confusing. When I say one, we're punching with the lead hand. When I say two, we're punching with the rear, okay? Nice and easy, nice and slow. So, lead hand. One. 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 Rear hand. Two. 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 Okay, now I'm going to go run. One. One. Two. One, two, two, one. Okay, a little bit faster now. One, one, two, two, one, two, 2, 1, 1, 2, and relax. Okay, good. So what I want you to do is just to go back through what we've practiced, really think about focusing on the punch, okay? Try and analyse a little bit how your body's moving. You know, as I was saying, when you're like this and you do the punch, shoulders moving, the head's turning, it doesn't take much for that hand to come across to complete the defensive movement, okay? So practice both sides, try and relax as you do so, okay? Try not to be too tense like this, like your shoulders relax. So as the punch comes out, it's got a natural, relaxed movement, okay? All right, so off you go. And back to active content. Okay, so circling groin kick, moving into guard. We're going to do exactly the same thing. This time I want you to really focus on something else, okay? Is breath and positioning of the feet, okay? So we've already talked about applying your hips as you strike, boom, and stepping forwards into guard, okay? Now, normally when we would do this, we would step forward here, boom, into guard, strike, and then follow up with that rear foot, okay? The reason why is because that rear foot, okay, if I punch here, and I've stepped forward to kick, here and I step forward to make that strike. If I just punch here, I'm not going to be able to get the range. So I need to get my footwork back into good guard position so that I'm in range for that rear-handed punch. In preparation for practicing that, what we're going to do is this. We're going to go, we're going to kick, boom, and step like that and bring that foot into guard. So we're stepping forwards, we're circling here, okay, and we kick, apply the body weight forward, step forwards into guard, and then bring that rear foot in, okay. Circling back the other way, kick, boom, okay. So you're stepping forwards as you put your foot down, and then bringing that rear foot forwards to get yourself back into your normal guard position. First thing. Second thing is the breathing. Okay, I want you to breathe out from the whole motion. So it's here, you're circling. Okay, it's going to be kick. Okay, so we're expending air, we're collapsing our rib cage, we're making our bodies more effective as we strike. Okay, circling around this way. So it's kick. Okay, stepping forward into a good guard position. Okay, in preparation for when we go to practice adding in the jab and the cross. Okay, so those are the qualities I want you to focus on. We've already talked about in the first active content, we've talked about circling, balance, all of those things that we're developing. Now we're developing the striking and the attack part of it to make that as effective as possible. Okay, body weight going forward, stepping, boom, and coming through, breathing out as you do so. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go! Kick! 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 Kick, 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 and stop. Okay, 30 seconds. And in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Kick! 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 Kick, 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 and stop. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Kick! 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 kick, 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 and stop. Good. Okay, have a break for a minute. Grab a drink. Get your breath back. And with a deep breath in through the nose, hold for a second, and out. Really cyclically breathing. Make sure you're getting enough oxygen in your lungs. Side strangle. Okay, so what we're doing here, somebody is grabbing from the side. Okay, hand here and to the back. Now I'm going to go over the footwork a little bit more a bit later on. The first part of this is about protection. Okay, we'll talk about the most important technique in Krav Maga, always been the first technique, okay? So, somebody's grabbing your throat here, okay, and then one hand on the back. I'm not really bothered about the hand on the back, okay? Unless I've got massive hands that are wrapping around my whole throat. The hand on the back is not really doing anything. It might cause some pain, but it's not going to stop blood flowing to my brain or breath going to my body, okay? The hand on the front can do both, okay? So, first things first, I need to get that hand off. I want to strike to the groin and get myself into that position. So, first things first is one, here, one. All right, so I'm dropping my knees down. Part of the reason for dropping my knees is it helps me get a little bit more, body weight and motion coming onto this wrist here. Second thing is, if the person is at the same height as me or maybe shorter or maybe even a little bit taller, striking directly on the groin here is not the best angle. I want to kind of be at that angle where I'm striking up into the groin to crush testicles against pelvis. Okay, so that's kind of what we're aiming to do. So we're here. As I start to move, I'm dropping here and bang. Now the attacker should feel the hand on the wrist at the same time as the strike to the groin. So we're here, bang, there. All right. Now, the second thing we're going to do, so we're here, bang. Now this hand is now held here as hard as you can. So we've got the hand here, we've come up, come behind the wrist, like this, thumb on top, okay, thumb on top, okay, and then we're pulling down, boom, like so, and then we're keeping that there. We don't let it go, because now it can't do anything, it can't grab you, and the person also can't get away from you. Okay, it's a very, very strong grip, because your elbow's down here, you're pulling it into your body, okay, very, very strongly, okay, coming in behind the thumb here, look, up behind the thumb, boom, and then down, and holding on there very tightly, okay. So that's the first motion. The second thing, now we've struck them in the groin here, bang, there, we're then going to come up. Now, depending on how they react when you struck them in the groin, it might be the solar plexus or it might be the chin, all depending, okay. So we're here, 1, 2, bang, okay. 3, now we're going to rotate this arm, okay, and put it on top of the shoulder, okay. 2 reasons. Firstly, to stop the person bringing their body towards me, biting me or headbutting me. Second one is it gives me a good grip for the next thing I'm going to do, which is to knee them in the groin, okay. So we're here, 1, here, 2, striking, 3, rotating, grabbing the shoulder. Now this forearm is going across their chest and a grabbing hold here. Still got this hand to my chest here. So I'm there in this position, skipping with my rear leg here, striking up into the groin. Okay, so we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to practice somebody coming from your right hand side, and this is how we're going to do it. So when I say 1, I'm going to bring this hand up, bend your knees, and strike to the groin. Okay, so with me, get ready. 1, 1, 1. And remember, you're bending your knees, not your back. Okay, we're not doing this. Okay, because the person is directly to your side. If I do this, okay, I've taken myself out of the line of attack. I need to bend my knees here. Boom. You see, this is the line of attack. This is where the person is. The 2 feet are there. Onto the side here. We're there. Boom. All right. So, with me. 1, and again. 1, 1. Okay. Now we're going to go 1 and then 2. So it's going to be 1, 2. Straighten the legs to add extra power to your strike. Boom. Up with the elbow, striking in the solar plexus or underneath the jaw. So 1, 2, and again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Stay in this position. 3 now, we're going to rotate. Now look what I'm doing here. Okay, as I rotate, I'm turning my lead foot, toes towards where the attacker is. If I'm in this position here, I've done that, and I do this, my hips aren't really aligned into the direction where I want to go with the knee strike. Remember, right back to the revision and first technique of today, we were talking about if we're skip kicking, we want and we're going forwards, we want our hips facing in that direction. So this is kind of what we're thinking about. So we're going to go here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've turned myself ready. Okay. Also, this means that my body weight is now much more strongly facing this way. I can drive the person. If I wanted to, I could just drive off my rear foot and move. If I was here and I did this, I'm not in a strong position to drive in that direction. Okay. So with me, we're going to go here. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Grab and rotate. Okay. And again. 1, 2, 3. Grab and rotate. And again. 1, 2, 3. Grab and rotate. Stay there. Now we grab and hold here. We're going to do a skip knee strike here. Boom. There. All right. So and again. 1, 2, 3. Grab and rotate. 4. Skipping knee strike. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the reason why we do a skip in, it might, if we're here, boom, we might be able to do this. Boom. But notice, look what happens to my hips. If I imagine my attacker is standing here, okay? Actually make it easier. Imagine they're standing on that line there. I'm here, I strike to the groin, okay, there. Well, I'm striking up to the solar plexus of the chin. I rotate, okay, now you see this is the target where their groin would be. I'm there. If I just knee strike from here, I've got to bring my weight back in order to be able to bring this knee off the floor, boom. And you can see that I'm actually not where the attacker is. Okay, I've kind of moved myself away and not be able to strike him. It's not to say I couldn't go from here, boom, and strike with my shin. But if I want to use the knee and I want to use the maximum amount of power, we want to maximise our body motion, or be the most efficient with our body motion. So we're here, 1, 2, our body's moving forward, so I've legged forward onto this lead leg, and that allows me to strike in. So say again, the attacker is on there, we're going here, 1, 2, 3, and you can see, driving through with the hips on the knee strike. Okay, so that's the whole technique. And what I want you to do is to add something else into it, a little bit of specialness, right? Okay, so when we're practicing this right now, we haven't moved our feet. If you're working with a partner, you can ask them and say, right, okay, grab him with your arms as long as you can, or as close in as you can, or somewhere in between. Okay, and you will find that when they do that, okay, if they're really, really close, okay, this, you can't, if they're almost touching you here, you know, there's no strike here, okay, to the groin. And we need to strike to the groin. So as we go down, we're going to step this way a little bit. We're going to go to create that gap. And then everything is as normal. Okay. Equally, if their arms are very, very long, okay, and they're out here, if I just do this, I can't really reach the target. So this time, what I would do is I'd do a little step this way to make a strike. Okay. So what we're going to do, and what I'd like you to practice, is 3 different movements of the feet, which relate to the different positions of how the attacker is grabbing hold of you. So, in neutral position here, they're in the middle somewhere, it's going to be the normal 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time, if they're close in, we're going to step a little bit away to get the target. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, they're a little bit farther away, so I need to step forward a little bit to make sure I get the target. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So that's what I'd like you to do. I want you to practice 3 lots of 3. Okay? So you're going neutral, close, and far. Okay, so you practice stepping towards, stepping away, and not stepping at all to make sure that you can get that first strike directly to the groin. Do those 3 full techniques 3 times, little break, and back to the beginning again. Off you go. And stop there. Find yourself a space, 20 press-ups. Off you go. Okay, and 100 crunches. Okay, we finish that. 20 press-ups. Okay, left hand side, 50 side crunches. And when you get that, 20 press-ups. And on the right hand side, 50 side crunches. And when you finish that, left leg out in front, right leg tucked in. And the other side. Okay, left leg forward, right leg tucked behind, body in the space in the middle. Okay, other side. Okay, both feet in front. Roll your toes. Head up, back straight. Deep breath in. And push out. As you can. Okay, deep breath in. And push. Deep breath in. And push. Hold there. Relax. Okay, heels in. Try and get your knees down towards the floor. Okay, onto your knees. Knees as wide as you can, toes out. Okay, and push back. Try and get your feet out as wide as you can. Push backwards. Okay, bring your feet in. Okay, sit down, rolling backwards, over your shoulder, and up into guard. Okay, chin to your chest, roll your head around, right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder, chin on your chest. Back the other way. Okay, hands on your hips, big rotations, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Stretching the arms up. Feet together, bend the knees forwards and backwards, head up, back straight. Rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise. Right toes on the floor and left toes on the floor. Left hand over right, rotate your wrists. Have a little bit of a jiggle back, make sure you're nice and loose. Okay, feet together, hands by your sides. Cheers guys, thank you very much. Good work. See you next week.